Well, I think the issue here is ultimately what happens to Europe. I mean, New Zealand's economic relationship with France or Greece or those other countries is of itself not that large, but the overall relationship with Europe is significant, and Europe's impact on the rest of the world is quite significant. So we've seen China slowing down because Europe's been slowing down, so you can't say it has no impact. I mean, as I said yesterday, I think it very much tells you we're doing the right thing, which is if we take some steps now, explain why we're taking those steps, and be cautious and careful about getting back to surplus, we save ourselves an enormous amount of pain later. And I mean, in the end, if you look at a country like Greece, they can vote against austerity, but if they don't get their books back in order, and if they don't pay the piper, they will be kicked out of Europe. And once that happens, if it does, that has very big implications for Greek companies about whether they can raise capital and whether there is an increase in unemployment in Greece. There's no simple way through this. If you live beyond your means, you eventually run into a brick wall. And I think from New Zealand's point of view, our government accounts are in far better shape than any of those countries. But all we are trying to do is make sure we don't load up the next generation of New Zealanders with debts that substantially reduce their choices.
Well, it's a bit hard to say. If the dollar, if the exchange rate keeps dropping, that would be good for us. As long as Europe continues to find ways of getting through the problems that it has. And I think these election results, the governments elected through in France and Germany yet to be tested on that. I mean, there's quite a bit of rhetoric in Europe about doing things completely differently, but in the end they've got to deal with the real situation they have of huge debts and economies that aren't quite as competitive as they probably need to be. And I think that the leaders of those countries will have to deal with the same issues as the governments who just got thrown out.